Hi, I'm Alaska Gray.
Oh, hello. If you've made it to this video, this is the welcome, introduction, backstory, workout video. This is going to be where I'm going to just give a couple of exclaimers, a little bit of advice, and then a little bit of background as to me and what I'm doing here. So off the bat, I think it's real important for me to say I am not officially certified yet. I am not a professional. I cannot claim to be a professional. I am not a doctor. I am not a physical therapist. I am in the process of getting that official certification for being a trainer, but I have not yet gotten that, so I can't say that yet. So right now I'm doing this out of the pure love of it, and that's not to say that I don't have experience. I absolutely do have experience. I'm not a professional. So if you do work out with me in these videos, you have to work out at your own risk. Obviously, I will be giving multiple options depending on like a 1, 2, 3 type thing, like depending on where you are in your fitness journey, and that's something that we'll address in a little bit as well. Again, I can't claim to be a professional yet, but let me share where I do kind of draw from my experience. I played soccer almost all of my childhood. I started at age 4 and played all the way through, I think it was my sophomore year of high school, and then I switched to cross country. That's funny, sorry. Shortly after high school, I ended up getting a job at a gym. I'm not gonna say the name because I fucking hate that place, but it's a big corporation. But I like to think that all things happen for a reason, and around that time I got a tattoo on my shin that says "This must be the place," and even though that place really screwed me, it taught me a lot about myself, and that I do love working with people in fitness and health and recovery and at different points along the fitness journey. I never would have anticipated that about myself, especially when I was younger, that I would enjoy teaching in that way so much. But I ran into issues with the corporation aspect of it. And then honestly, with COVID, they would have ended up firing me a couple months later. Anyway, so it kind of worked out that I quit. But when I quit there, I moved to teaching kickboxing, and I also won't say that corporation name either. And I taught kickboxing for a while, cardio kickboxing, and I also learned I learned a bunch of things I didn't know before, because you have to teach it, you have to know it. So, I learned how to do jab cross, hooks, run a class with rounds and bags, and a few kicks as well. I don't really have the equipment here for that, and most of us don't. And that's what I want to do. I want to do low equipment necessary workouts or stretches because it's important, and I know for me, I need a buddy. So this is, I have right now, I think I'm at 100 subscribers. Thank you, I love you all. Thanks for being here. So now I have 100 friends to work out with, and that makes it so much more worthwhile for me. I will explain everything to the best of my knowledge and try to speak in layman terms. Again, please do all of this with caution and at your own pace. And that kind of, I think, brings me into the last thing I want to cover in this introduction, and this is where it's a little bit more about you. I will, as I previously mentioned, I will do some examples of different paced versions of the exercises that we're going through, and it's really, really important that if you're starting these videos, that you honor your body and where your body is at. It's good to challenge yourself, but you don't want to push yourself too much. We want to honor our bodies. where you are at your journey. Do things at your own pace. And I have also worked with clients like who can't even get, like, they can't get on the mat. So if you can't get on the mat, that's okay. Try to find versions of stuff that you can do standing or whatever is within your realm of possibility. I believe in approaching working out with a realistic mindset. So if you say, I can't do this, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to tell you that you can and try to force you to do that. My question is going to be, okay, well, what can you do? And that's where we go, and that's where we start. And that's what we need to do when we're honoring our bodies in this journey. You have to meet yourself where you are. You have to know your limits so that you can get to that point where you are challenging yourself, but we don't want to push too far. So find that sweet spot. Because it should be something that you enjoy doing. And if you can find a way to enjoy it, that helps. And so, sometimes not being so sore the next day, I hope this is all making sense. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. I'm Alaska Gray. I want to work out with you. This is going to be my little area. I do have a couple of weights that I got from Five Below, pretty cheap. And then I also have some weights that have been living in this basement longer than I. So I do have some access to some weights, but I'm not going to always use them. And some of the exercises will be mat-based only, so you can do it all completely with no equipment. You just have to have a big enough area for you to do the exercises. And then I do have this little wall space cleared out. It's one of my favorite exercises to do is the wall sit. And I like incorporating hand movements and other aspects to the wall sit to make it just a little bit more challenging. And I will go over the form with that. I think I'm going to make a separate video just on the wall sit form because I think that's really important. And some common mistakes that can be made with the wall sit. But yeah, and then next I'm gonna go through, the next thing I'm filming is going to be a stretch video for beginners. So, and then we'll go from there. I hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next couple of videos.